sinners and you call them to believe in Jesus? Do you ever do that kind of thing? It is possible to engage in such important kingdom labors, such holy efforts as seeking to bring the gospel to people. It's possible to do perhaps what is the most noble thing you can do in this world when you're telling the gospel of Jesus Christ to sinners, and yet while you're doing it, to indulge in pride. In other words, here I am doing what Jesus called me to do. Here I am doing something that could be the salvation of this person's soul, and he doesn't even realize what a great thing I'm doing. I can hardly wait till I tell brother so-and-so or sister so-and-so. I won't say, don't you think I'm a great Christian because of the way I boldly witnessed for Jesus? I'll say something like, I really hope this person is saved. But my point is, and you understand it, we can be doing such a good thing and indulging in pride at the same time. I'm sure it's a very common thing. I will confess that I have been guilty of it. But we need to remember, brethren, whatever we are doing and whenever we are doing it to labor to advance Jesus Christ's kingdom, we need to remember that if God is going to use me in any way to advance his kingdom, whether it's from this pulpit or the pulpit at Trinity Baptist Church or any other pulpit, or in a talk with my neighbor or one of my unconverted relatives, if I am going to be used in any way, it will only be because God himself is pleased to use me and to use my words. And if any good is done in anyone's soul from anything I ever do in front of him or say to him, it will only be because God gives the increase. It will not be because of my greatness or my zeal or my godliness or my skill or my wisdom. It will be because God brings the increase. What is the whole picture of sinners being saved if you put it in terms of what the Bible teaches? The whole picture of how someone is saved can be summarized in three simple words. God saves sinners. That's it. And that's what this text is saying to us. Even though you sow, and you may scatter seed, and God is pleased to use you in that way, still all you ever are and all I ever am is a mere instrument in God's hands. Do you work hard at being a faithful Christian? Do you work hard at thinking about how can I witness to this person? How can I preach this sermon? How can I state this in such a way that people will understand it, and not only understand it, that they'll start to care about their own souls? It's good to engage in that kind of work. I hope you do it. I hope you take it seriously about how you're going to speak to people and what kind of words you're going to use. I hope you take great care in how you live before sinners, thinking it can make a difference. But at the same time, when you engage in that hard work, good work, I hope you will meditate on such scripture texts as this parable, or texts like Luke chapter 17, verse 10, where Jesus says, when you have done all those things which you are commanded, here's what you should say: we are only unprofitable servants. We have done what was our duty to do. And a text like 1 Corinthians 3, verse 7 that we read a few moments ago, so then neither he who plants is anything, nor he who waters, but God who gives the increase. Think about that, and if you're someone who is especially tempted to pride when you engage in gospel labors, when you witness to your friends or your relatives, get in front of texts like that and get down on your knees and pray those things in till you can say them from the heart. Lord, it is not me. It's not I who does anything, it is you, it is all you, until you really mean it, and until you then break forth in praise and adoration of God, because it is He who gives the increase.